too easy. I love the new setup. Oh, so nice. All right. Hey, he's muted. That's okay though. Hey, I am Hercules.
Yo, I am muted. I'm dead.
I'm Hercules Ham, aka Chuck. I'm also here with,
What's up? I'm Hayden, aka Miracle Worker.
and then also here alongside
Devs
Eddie.
Momochi.
Eddie, aka
He's
Dev
definitely
Momochi.
busy.
He is
For real.
busy. Look at him go. He's a busy man. Hopefully he can
Screw
hear us.
that dude.
You know what? He's muted. It's all Gucci.
Eddie's
You know
gone.
what? And he's
Eddie's gone.
just like that. All right. So, at first, we would like to thank our wonderful sponsors. We're first going to thank Player One Gaming. They are huge. Hey, there he is. Yeah, thank you, Player One Gaming, for sponsoring the podcast. We really appreciate you. There they are down there. Boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and check them out. Where I would also like to give a shout out to our apparel, Player One Apparel. Bam, down there in the corner.
Bags, Player One.
Player One Streetwear. Sadly, I'm not wearing mine today. It's a little too
I
warm.
am. I got the fresh.
Oh, stay humble.
Stay
And
humble,
then-
people.
Stay
And
humble.
then we would like to, Eddie, do you want to introduce yourself again? I feel like I kind
Oh
of.
yeah, it's the one, the great tag and bag masters, Desmond Mochi. How's everyone doing today?
The tag and bag it master.
Oh man! And then our last
Shit.
sponsor, Anchor. We really appreciate the sponsorship from Anchor. And if anybody doesn't know about Anchor, Anchor is basically just a free platform for podcast creation. It is a beginner-friendly platform. It contains tools that allow users to record and edit audio, arrange it into podcast episodes, publish podcasts to listening platforms, and monetize content by collecting listener contributions or adding advertisement into episodes.
Yeah,
So thank you, Anchor. We appreciate you very, very much. So first, we're going to
Facts.
start us off with some news. Dun, dun, dun.
What do
Eddie,
we have?
got
What do we
for us?
have?
All right, boys. Today we got. Let's
Gonna
see.
start a fire over there.
You know what I'm saying? So today we got. Let's see. We got the whole NVIDIA thing with PS5 owners and both Xbox Series console owners. They just did a whole thing with what is it? The DLSS system that they got in there. They're gonna potentially be upgrading it soon. Over the summer, upgrading the hardware for it. Let's see what else we got. We also got the trailer, a couple trailers. There's the new Alien Fire Team or Fire Squad. I forgot which one. Which one was it? I think it was Fire Team. Fire Team. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Let's see. I think compared to, let's see, Aliens Colonial, I think it's going to be better than that. So hopefully we'll see what happens in the future. We also got, what else we got here? Let's see. We got some news update with the new Harry Potter game that's going to be coming out. Miracle, if you want to go ahead and tell us about that.
What was it again?
Hogwarts.
The
Hogwarts
game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this, over the past week or so, one of the lead developers for Hogwarts Legacy resigned from his position. After backlash he was getting over pretty much, a few years ago when he ran a YouTube page that more or less attacked feminists. In my opinion, do I agree? No, I don't. One, I don't know why there was backlash, of that caliber, but also for him to resign. Personally, my personal opinion, I do not care. As long as they haven't been hurting anybody physically, or done anything super illegal, I'm not gonna stop them from creating a great game. It's like we're basically gonna start judging this like, NBA players or, football players. When are we going to start doing the same to them, in this canceling quote unquote season of, people doing dumb shit and either forgiving them and letting them live their best life so that we can, find the enjoyment of their product, whether they're on the court or whether they're developing a game. Personally, that's where I stand. I rather enjoy them, forgive them, and say, okay, cool, you made a mistake, whatever. How are you fixing that? On top of that, Hogwarts Legacy just announced that they were going to make a transgender, a transgender sex option for the character creation. Do I agree with this? I don't really care. I guess it's, them being more exclusive and, understanding to genders out there. But to me, I don't think it's a big deal. But that's just me.
I mean, I feel like in this day and age, cancel culture is
it's definitely
running,
real, for sure.
It really is real. You can take something somebody posted 12 years ago and be like, wow, this guy is, he was such a piece of crap. He's still a piece of crap to this day, when, maybe they learned from that experience or something, or somebody already brought it up. But yeah, I really don't understand why he even resigned. Because I mean, I understand it, because either way it was going to come and just bite him in the butt. Hey, you were talking bad about feminists 8 years ago when you ran a YouTube channel. Let's get you out of here right now.
Plus, so the thing is that they didn't ask him to resign. Like he resigned as it was. And I was kind of just like, what? Really? Why?
He knew it was coming, man.
Well, and so yeah, it possibly could have got that far, but I mean, it really comes down to the, was that going to stop them from selling games? Probably not. I guarantee it was not going to stop them from selling games. Would there have been more backlash that they would have had to handle? Absolutely. But, at the same time, and this is, my personal opinion, but he works behind the scenes. It's not like he is, on the screen. It's not like he's doing voiceovers, anything like that. So why do people care? To me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. I really don't know what to say.
I mean, it's going within the times. I mean, in my opinion, whether he worked behind the scenes or not, it was going to come back and bite him. Now, I feel like Ham said, with this cancel culture, I deeply feel like there should be some sort of forgiveness, because
for sure,
it's not like he's still not doing it out in the public. You know what I mean? Like he probably, people grow from how they used to be and whatnot. So yeah, like all he could really do was accept that he was wrong, give out an apology to everyone, and let his actions speak for what how he's grown.
For sure.
Well, besides that, we also had some news that Nintendo has been planning on putting a bigger OLED screen on their Nintendo Switch Pro that apparently can do 4K when it's docked. How do you boys feel about that?
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, if you really look at the numbers and everything like that, PlayStation right now is dominating for the next gens, and then it's Xbox, and then it's Switch, which is really weird because, I mean, next gen consoles were announced not too long ago, and then they even had the prices for them and everything like that. But people were more, yeah, I'll take a PlayStation or an Xbox, but I would really like to get a Switch. So Switch is up there, especially since you can take it everywhere you go, and then once you get home, you can dock it and still play it. So
for sure. And
yeah, sorry, go for it.
No, on top of that, I think Switches are very family friendly and friend friendly. When you're thinking about it, like if you have a family and you're going to visit them, why not take your Switch? Why not take your dock? You can link up the extra controllers. You can play Mario Party. You can play Mario Kart. You can play Super Smash, Splatoons. You can play so many different multiplayer games. But in the same sense, you can do that with your friends if you're over at a party, if birthday, anything of that sort. just hanging out. I think it is definitely, in my opinion, it's next level in that aspect versus, you know, a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, where it's more of a, you know, people play it for either that competitive feel or they play it for that story feel, you know, which you absolutely love, Herc. But I think, you know, with Switches, it's just so lighthearted and, you know, it's accessible pretty much to anybody. There's something for it for everybody.
I mean, yeah, you got other AAA games coming in. AAA studios, I mean, coming in and putting their own game. I mean, you got people who like 2K. 2K is on the Switch. You got people who like, let's say, um, what was that game? They put the Final Fantasies on the Switch. I know they're planning on putting. If not, they already have put the Resident Evils on the Switch as well. So I mean, there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, they have The Witcher and Skyrim.
Yeah, they got The Witcher, Skyrim.
Which is, you know, super in super next level even in that, you know, running a game of
Yeah,
both of those calibers, you know,
not just
on a
that.
Switch.
I mean, look at The Witcher's three. The Witcher threes. It does. I believe it comes with like all the DLC, and that's a huge
Yeah.
package to put into a Switch. I mean, yeah, the fact that some of the graphics have to tank for the Switch at the moment is kind of but the fact that again you can take it around, or if you're going on a long trip, you're not the one driving, whatever, you can literally sit there and play those
Yeah.
games. You know what I mean?
And I mean, you know, even we talk about graphics taking a hit. When Skyrim came out, I don't even think I had like a flat screen. You know, I think I was running off of one of those, you know, old school, you know,
Audio,
TVs.
visual, yeah.
Yeah, I was running off of a box,
Yeah.
you know, and I had my Xbox 360 plugged into it. Yeah, but even visuals on that, you know, they weren't necessarily good, but you know, I think over time, you know, with every console, with every game, you know, there comes better graphics, and I think, you know, we kind of lose that sense of feeling because there's still people that play old school Mario. Does not have good graphics, but you know, people still love it because of the game itself. I think that's an important thing for the Switch. People find that love within the game, even without the graphics.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge retro gamer, so graphics for me, doesn't matter. I'll play anything. So
For sure.
Let's see. We also got two devs from the creators of Ghost of Tsushima. They're getting awarded by what is it? The city of Tsushima for
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki for also telling their story and all the stories and whatnot, and how they made it look very beautiful graphically. They were really excited about that, and so they're getting an award pretty soon. Of course, it's gonna be virtual, because with everything going on and whatnot. But the fact that they're getting an award for telling their story, to me that's pretty dope. I really like that.
Yes, agreed. Also, before we continue, on is it going to be on Twitch or is it going to be on YouTube? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to go with Twitch for now. But basically, if we can get 15 subs, we're going to do a giveaway for
sure.
some merch. And then if we get 50 subs, we're going to do another giveaway for a headset. And then if we get 100 subs, we're going to do a giveaway for a gaming chair. So sadly, this will only be for Twitch for now. We'll figure out what we're going to be doing in the future on YouTube. And then possibly even Facebook gaming. We don't really know. We're not going to go that far yet, but it's in the works. It's in the works.
So Mixer, you want to throw in
Hey
some
man,
Mixer on there?
all four of the viewers, and this sun is really kicking my butt. Whatever. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Right now, that's what is basically happening on Twitch. So all right, yeah. Sorry about that. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Raynor over at the ESL for the StarCraft 2 tournament. Congratulations, my dude. I'm not a huge fan of Zerg, but you won. Good job. Sorry. Continue on with the news. I'm gonna figure out how the heck to do
Nah,
this.
we just got small little bits before we wrap up with the news and whatnot. Let's see. We also got
He's over
um,
here trying to figure out his life. I love it.
Y'all laughing at my dump truck? Is that what you're doing?
No, definitely not. No, I guess.
Oh, Edwin. Yeah, Edwin's blushing. I see it. We're good.
Dang.
No, just two other things. People who have really looked forward to Guilty Gear Strive. It's been delayed until June because they're doing
Rip.
some game lobby fixes before they release it. They also have delayed Orlando Super Mario World until 2025. I know Japan just opened up theirs. That if you can go on YouTube, look up some videos. Looks amazing. What else? Couple more things is that if you have Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Gogeta just came out as a DLC.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. Yep.
And for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, you have Pyra and Mithra. They came out, I believe, Friday. Oh, and also Doom 3 is coming out with VR, and to me it looks amazing. It looks like the game is going to perform very good on VR. Yeah, that's about it for the news.
How do you feel about games going VR? I mean, we've kind of touched on it in the past, but do you think more games potentially need to start going VR?
Well, I mean, the way I see it when it comes to like something for like Doom 3. Doom 3's been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fact that they putting it in VR, they're showing a different aspect of it. It's putting the game back into the limelight and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's there's little gameplay trailers of it and whatnot, and I personally feel like it was fit to play VR. You know what I mean? There's some games that are hit or miss, but that game looks like it was made for it.
Yeah, the go and shoot them up, but
Absolutely.
not for sure.
Also, we had a little bit of some leaks from the Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. If y'all don't know what the Elden Ring is, it was revealed in 2019. It's basically like a Sekiro, Dark Souls RPG, open world. So that's something to look forward to. I didn't really look too much into the leaks because
Can I
I
play
don't-
with my friends?
I don't really trust leaks, so I'm just gonna wait. Also, Battlefield 6. Apparently, there was an Easter egg found in a belt buckle in Battlefield 5, and it was a latitude and longitude coordinates, which basically pointed to Kazakhstan. If y'all don't know where Kazakhstan is, it's between Russia and China. So maybe Battlefield 6 will be modern, but it's going to be going against like Russia and China type thing. So I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like it's going to be good. We shall see.
Yeah.
All right, we want to
No
hop
problems
into
there.
today's first topic, gentlemen.
Let's do it.
All right, let me pull up my stuff. Oh, there it is. Topic for the day. Have you ever played a game story mode that made you have a different view on the world? Who wants to start us off?
Yo, that's a tough one. Yo,
Go for it, man.
honestly, it's so tough, and the only thing that I can really think of, and it's just because of the story alone, would probably be the last Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And just because of some of the story missions, the one when you're in the hospital, and you have the option to literally like shoot a baby, and or bypass the baby. It really just was surreal. It was like, oh my gosh, like you can actually do this. And it was,
No Russian.
and it ended up to where it was like, if you shoot the baby, you pretty much have to like restart the mission and whatnot. But it was just like, man, this is like actually surreal. Kind of that, games give you those kind of options. But not even to that extent. That it's like real life. We're talking about people that are, going to war, people downrange, whatever country are, they're affiliated with and fight for. I think it's crazy to think that, things like that do happen, or, have the ability to happen, whether or not they actually do. But, I think it's nuts that, you know, we can have, military members roll in, clearing out towns and villages and, potentially kill innocent people, just because they might be a threat or they have the possibility to be a threat in the future. To me, it kind of set the wow, shit, this is actually real, and, this is kind of crazy. It could happen any day.
Yeah. Um, for me, I want to say the first Last of Us. For that's that's my basis is the first Last of Us, kind of, because the whole infection shit is actually in our real world. You know what I mean? Like it's like something so small. For example, it only attacks like small bugs like ants and whatnot. But it makes you wonder, like, what happens if stuff like that decides to attack humans? Like, what are we prepared for that? You know what I mean? Like,
For sure. I mean,
what?
look at COVID. How we handled that. You think we're going to be ready for anything else? Hell no.
Probably not.
Hell
But
no.
like, with this question, it just makes you think, like, can we do the Admiral post right there? Because I was gonna bring something about that League of Legends one. It makes me view the world differently, and so does Valorant starting today.
Bro, so we were playing some Valorant earlier, and let's just say this: first game, me and Dev, leading the pack, and then second game, it fell off, and it's not fun.
Yeah, but
And
no. So with this question, it really, I wouldn't say it's a vague question. It's a question that makes you actually think about, like, why do a lot of people play games? You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
have what is it, Shadow of the Colossus. Even though there really wasn't much of a story, you can still pick up the pieces and figure out, make your own story of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, hell, even like look at pretty much any Fallout game. Like,
Yeah.
well, so, and
Yeah.
I say that just because you're making like tough decisions. You're making decisions that are going to affect, one faction versus the other. Who's necessarily right? No one is, but, it really just depends on how you want to play the game. Do you not care about anybody? Do you want to have the power, or do you want to, establish that democracy that was, and just revitalize it? Things like that. It makes you think. You're like, holy shit, like, yeah, this is fictional and this was never going to happen. But, if it does happen, am I going to be put in a situation where I'm like, do I, want to go kill everybody and, just loot? Or do I want to, provide that safe haven?
Yeah. What about you, Hurt?
For me, it was Final Fantasy IX. When I first played Final Fantasy IX, it was mainly for the gameplay. The level up, the equip the abilities, all that good stuff. But now that I'm older and I kind of, you know, have a greater appreciation for the story that was basically being told in the background from my like 7 or 8 year old self while playing. It really put into perspective for me, basically, not to take life for granted. Because I don't know if you guys have played Final Fantasy IX, but the character Vivi is basically put on like a clock. So he doesn't have that much time, right? And Zidane, or Zidane, however you want to pronounce it, basically he's trying to figure out where he came from and what he, should do with his life.
Yeah.
So for me, while playing the game and realizing it later on in life that, Zidane was wanting to do the right thing, and he was pretty much passing it along to Vivi to do the right thing. And obviously Vivi didn't have that much time, but we find out later on in the game that Vivi has kids, and so for me, just basically, trying to do the right thing no matter what and passing it along. My old man pretty much told me that we all have a superpower, and that's to make people smile. So give people compliments,
Damn.
all that stuff. So
Damn.
that's pretty much what I kind of see in Zidane in the game, is to just do what is right and protect all that you cherish and what matters. And yeah, so yeah, Final Fantasy IX, Zidane and Vivi are really my people.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, I can definitely respect that. And I mean, I think each game has those, and you're a big story based, player. You like playing games based off of their stories. I think every game has, an overall story, but there's definitely underlying stories, especially with, side quests. And that, honestly, I love it. I love to see what, comes from, things like that in the future.
Yeah, no, I mean, like how not her Miracle said, different games have different outcomes, and with me personally, I definitely like what is it? I definitely like when games do their morale system pretty good, because that look at what is it, Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah, morale systems are pretty cool.
yeah, Knights of the Republic, you could be a Sith, right? There's and you can go all the way to stay a Sith, but you can also be a, what is it? I call him a Jedi Sith, where he's technically still a Sith, but he does, there's certain outcomes.
The random acts of kindness.
Yeah, and and the story changes up depending on where Oh yeah, great Jedi, and I had a brain fart with that, but just like good games have morale systems, I feel like it really gets you thinking, because it's like, okay, if I do this, what's the consequence for this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what, before Telltale, when Loose ended, I feel like that's what they did good, in my opinion. When it comes to the story-based games, like there's the Telltale games, you got the what was the Square Enix one? I always forget about this one.
Which one are we talking about? Speak to me. I got you.
It's about a girl. She goes into the past.
What?
I don't know. I don't know the name of. I don't know the name of the game.
Final Fantasy 13. Or are we talking about?
It's about a girl.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the title either. But yeah, it's Stranger Things. No, not. Oh my god,
Stranger Things.
Now I gotta Google it. Man. Oh dang it.
I don't know. It's something about a storm coming in. That's all I know.
That's a good storm coming in.
But no, it's just games like that where it's like, Beyond Two Souls. No, it wasn't Beyond Two Souls. It was the newest one they did, where you played as 3 different characters and they had all the different storylines to it.
Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts. I'm kidding.
Wait, say that again. There's 3 different stories.
Yeah, there's 3 different. God, why can I not remember?
Honestly, you're saying 3 different stories. It sounds a little bit like Cyberpunk. Like,
okay, let's not take it too far. Cyberpunk was not that complex. No. So it's 3 different characters. You got I believe the police robot's name was Connor. You got the maid. And then you got Jesse Williams. Yeah, then you got them 3.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Bro, I think this is like a dream that you just keep having at night. Like, what the hell, bro? You're just over here like, yeah, I made my own game.
Listen,
sounds like a good game. Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Yeah, Life is Strange. That's the one. That's the first one I was thinking about. But anyway.
Oh
Basically what I'm trying
shit.
to say is that I feel like story games like that have choices. I feel like they do a really good job with showing like the humanity of gaming. Because I mean, yeah, some options are like off the wall. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like
But
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. I know if you play the game on your birthday and you go back to Mother Base, everybody will sing happy birthday to you.
mm,
But if you don't go back to Mother Base for some time, the morale of the troops at the base actually get lowered. And so when you actually finally return, you return to a bunch of your comrades or your troops like fighting each other. And
yeah,
then you have
Yeah.
to like, calm them down and they have to go to the brig and all that good stuff. And yeah. Um, I know a guy at work who literally is like the worst morale guy. He's a flight chief, man. Uh, he makes me want to fight people. Um, but that's it's different story, different time. Uh, should we get into our next topic, gentlemen?
Yeah,
let's
for
get
sure.
it.
All right. So our
Uh,
next topic of the day is going to be um hang on, I'm gonna ignore that DM I just got. But basically, do we think that all video games need to have either a beta or a demo?
Oh,
Who wants to start us off?
yes, I feel
Yeah.
like they need that. You know
Yeah.
why?
Tell me why.
Have
Tell
you
me
ever heard of a
why.
little game called Destiny?
Oh, yes. The
Destiny
worst.
does not. What did Destiny need? A demo or a beta? Because
No.
neither of
Both.
them apply. Neither of
Here's the
them apply.
here's the problem. When they first comes out, it's basically the beta, and then they add the two DLCs. That's the alpha, and then the big expansion is the full game. Come on, but no, I definitely, yeah, yeah,
Non-gamer gamer says yes, so they can get feedback from the fans and make it better.
yeah. Because let's be honest, we hate when we go out pick up a new game and then you put the game into the system or the game downloads or whatever, and then you know what I'm saying. Oh, boom! There's a 50 gig patch. You know why? Because the game got shipped unfinished, so they knew that it came out unfinished. So that they had to rush. They had to rush a patch to actually fix the game and put it basically make it playable partially because some games even with that first day patch sometimes it's still unplayable anthem but you
Cyberpunk.
Damn.
Let's
but
just
no,
keep it going.
keep it going. But no, I definitely feel like it definitely needs a beta or demo because look at Outriders. Outriders has a demo and you can constantly keep playing it. I love that demo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Um,
so, and this is just a little Outrider news, but there was people that were literally they just kept farming the boss, kept farming certain areas, picking up legendary weapons.
mhm.
It was a bug just within the demo. And I mean, with the demo, the progress carries over to the actual game on release. So they're going to be level 7, whatever. And, they're going to have 20, 30 different legendaries, and they're going to be able to, pop through the story like nobody's business. Because they're just going to be in there, running and gunning. I think that betas and demos are definitely cool and something, to look forward to. But at the same time, I think that for some games they're kind of unrealistic. Um, are you gonna like? Yeah, we have like small little demos for like 2K and whatnot. And but you're asking for a demo for like Destiny, and it's like
No, I'm not asking for a demo.
are a
I've
beta,
already played the beta and demo of that.
and it's like man, it's still gonna come out, and people are gonna find flaws with it. Like even with Cyberpunk, the only flaw that I found within the game was legit that, my PlayStation would turn off every once in a while. That was
Wait,
the only problem. I wasn't having problems with gameplay or anything.
no,
Granted,
I just felt
Cyberpunk,
bad for the people with last gen consoles who bought it and they got effed over really bad.
Oh, for sure. But so that's also the other thing. Like, I can see why demos and betas are, good, but at the end of the day, people are still gonna drop $60 on, a game, whether the demo or beta plays shittily. Like, people are still gonna drop that money because they're gonna be like, oh, the game's gonna be actually better. It's like Anthem. Like Anthem, I played the demo, you know, and then the game drops and it's like, yo, this is ass. Come on. And I just, wasted all of my money on that. So sometimes I don't think they're really worth it because, you might get a sound product from the demo or beta, and then you drop into the actual game and it's just ass.
I can see where you're coming from, but I strongly believe that games it's a necessity to have a demo or an alpha or beta or vice versa. Because I'm not gonna say all gamers are the same, and we have that mentality of new Call of Duty dropped, I'm getting $60 and I'm gonna go get the game. You know,
There are people like that
um,
though.
there are, and I'm not gonna shame them for that or
Listen,
anything.
a new Destiny drops and somebody's going to be picking it up too, so.
But no, yeah, I really do feel like demos really save people money. There's a lot of times where I'm like, ooh, there's this game, it looks kind of good. Let me download the demo. Let me play it. Let me have a feel for it. I get it. It is just the demo, so it's not like, oh, this is where everything stands.
Mhm.
But it's either gonna make or break it for me because I for one don't trust reviews on video games. I talk to a lot of people and people will say, oh, bro, that's my favorite game. And I'm like, I hated it with every fiber of my body. Like,
Yeah,
it really
like most Final Fantasies. I can get behind that.
precisely, yeah. There's a lot of people that are like, ooh, I think Final Fantasy X was my favorite. Okay, well, that's your favorite. My favorite is 9. So I feel like a lot of the games, especially nowadays, because if we're really looking deeper into the picture, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X games are not $60 anymore. They're 70. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I really do feel like, they should have betas and demos ready to go when their game is honestly announced. Because yes, a lot of games get brought up, they look at them, and then they're like, wow, this game looks nice. Okay, well, how does it play? I want to be able to have the controller playing the beta, playing the demo, whatever, and getting the feel for it so that way I can be like, okay, I'm going to buy this game. Because a lot of games are just, hey, it's announced. Cool, where's the demo? No demo? Okay, here. You get this little plushy thing in game that you can play with when you pre-order it. That's cool, but what if you're that guy like me
Ah, damn.
where what? Talk to me.
No, I agree with that because, like,
It's happening to you.
so if we're going to like Destiny, like they drop a Destiny or expansion pack or DLC, the day it comes out, every server issue you can ever imagine happens. And on top of that, Elder Scrolls Online, I bring that up frequently, but they have, I kid you not, they have like 30 something DLCs like you can actually get in game. And
Mm,
every time they release one of those DLCs, there's server problems.
yeah.
And, I'm not sure if it's, necessarily like, hey, everybody, is having to get an update for this actual DLC that they might not even, buy, or if it's just people, so many people are buying it and, trying to play it at once. I don't know, but I can relate to that
Yeah,
completely.
and not to get too off track with anything, but how do we really feel about like DLC? You know, I'm not trying to get super off of today's topic or
No,
anything
no,
like
no.
that.
It kind of intertwines with the topic, but for me it all depends on the DLC. Um, I feel like when you purchase a DLC, it should literally add to the story.
Should add
Not
to the experience for
Yeah,
sure.
it should like for instance, don't give me BS that should have been in the game already just you and we find out that they literally cut it out of the base game to put it in as DLC.
For sure. Like what was it for Destiny 2? The dungeons?
No,
Um
it was so if we're talking about Destiny, it was the first two actually the first three DLCs that came out. All of that was originally going to be like
yeah, a part
for
of the
the
game, but they're money hungry.
yeah.
Um
Well, at, at that
plus,
time
No,
it
we
was
don't use
Activ-
that term around here.
no. At
plus
that time
Defense
it was
hungry.
Activision, and then now it's just them. Yeah, they're money hungry. But I'm just saying. For instance, let's see. I mean, I don't know because with DLCs, it's a weird little thing. You know what I'm saying?
well, so in my opinion, I like just off of Destiny, I feel unless it's an expansion, the DLCs really didn't provide anything extra. Like, when every expansion comes out, it still takes weeks on end for them to release the raid, correct? For the
Every
most
year,
part.
every year.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still taking way too much time, and it's like what. So, and I can understand like a developing issue to where it's like, well, it's not finished yet. We're building up to it, but then
Mm,
it kind of gets like stagnant. Like Destiny is so stagnant, like you're playing the same content over and over and over again. And it's like, hey, so go run PvP, or like, hey, go run
yeah.
your whatever, your fucking dungeons, and
No, but see, what I mean by DLC, look at the non gaming gamer. What he just posted. He literally wrote, her Spider Man is legit, and I just want to stick to that that part with the whole Spider Man one for the first Spider Man anyway.
uh huh.
That me personally for a Spider Man game when it first came out, it was great. I legit platinum that game in a week because I got lazy. I could have done it in a couple days. But besides that, uh,
Got lazy,
I did get lazy.
had to push through in a week.
Yeah.
I
But the
have no
problem is
games
that
platted.
did you see what was it? Did you see have you seen the DLCs for it? The three DLCs?
I played the
For
first one for Spider-Man, the old Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the first one. I didn't play the other two.
Now, when it comes to those three DLC expansions or whatever you want to call it, that could have been one long, one big long story. You know what I'm saying? The fact the fact that they literally chopped it up to three different parts to either buy the bundle or buy each one individually. That's being money hungry. You know what I mean? Like they could have literally just gave us more content. Um, what else? Free.
I don't know when I think of DLCs versus expansions, like the best things I can really think of are simple: Skyrim, possibly Fallout, which honestly I've never really liked Fallout's DLCs. Um, are Borderlands.
Mhm.
Like
those
overall,
are those aren't
over
really DLCs, I would say. So if we're talking like Fallout, that's not DLC. That is a legit an expansion. It's the same thing with like Final Fantasy Online and World of Warcraft. Those are expansions because it's literally expanding out to such a vast area and more playable stuff, more NPCs, all that stuff.
yeah.
DLCs is literally just like, hey, Call of Duty's adding two new guns.
Yeah.
That's DLCs.
I
Granted,
mean, well, so like what I'm saying though is like when I think of like actually good DLCs versus and expansions, I think of those games. Like I think a lot of other games have kind of lost the meaning. Like you brought up Call of Duty. We look at past Call of Duty DLCs, they drop 3 extra maps like per DLC. It's like what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're only dropping 3 extra maps, and then if it's like a Black Ops, you're dropping an extra zombies map. It's like we're we're really not getting anything worthwhile at least.
Especially worth the money, because in my opinion, it's like I already paid $60-$70 for a game. I get
For
it.
sure.
Y'all are still working hard behind the scenes to push out this DLC or expansion. In my opinion, in expansion, you should have to pay for it. For DLC stuff, like, hey, Call of Duty's adding 2 new guns. It already is free, but it should just be free right out the gate.
Well, yeah, and now they're kind of going off of like a battle pass to where you can unlock the weapons, and it's kind of like that's also kind of unfair. You're making somebody potentially buy this so that they can unlock, the guns versus they have free maps now, so that's kind of cool. But I definitely get where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, look at what is it? Something like
exactly, devs. Look at Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, right? You have to have a PlayStation 5 in order to play the Intergrade DLC. Why?
We don't
because I'm not going to say it because I'm actually a big fan of PlayStation. But yeah, you literally have to drop another $70 unless you're like me where you have the physical edition, that it's only 30, but still 30 is a lot. And you're only getting 2 chapters with Yuffie. Come on, man. If I could flip my desk, I would. But I get what you're saying, devs.
That's definitely not what I was going, but I'm glad you brought it up. But no, something like Dead or Alive. Oh, let's not get down and dirty with the Dead or Alive
series. Man, I'm wearing loose shorts for a reason today. Let's get into it.
Dead or Alive and shitty DLC, bro. You literally have to buy they force you to buy literally every cosmetic for every character. And they claim that I think Dead or Alive is literally the game with the most DLC technically. But then you have you have all these fighting games which them adding a new character, cool. But
why is it $6 for a character?
It's like 10 for a character. If we're
actually on Steam right now, I'm looking at my second monitor to play. Well, I don't know how much Tekken 7 is, but I know how big of a fan we are of Tekken. So Tekken 7 DLC 16 Kunimitsu is $6.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to get with the CEO on this one and ask him, hey, do we really
is it worth the $6?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, sir. You are Mr. Deep Pockets, but $6. Like,
yeah.
I said Merry Christmas.
I mean, look at Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. I don't get me wrong. I love Mortal Kombat.
Do they release it in pairs though? Isn't it like you get 3 characters?
4.
Oh, okay. Hang on. How much is this though?
But you can. The thing is that you can buy the characters individually. But it's just the fact that when it comes to, like, for example, something like Mortal Kombat, they literally kill off characters, especially with the new timeline, whatever. They killed off characters just to bring them back. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That, like, if you ask me, that's a big offense to people who actually. I mean, of course, they're gonna the people who like genuinely only play those games are gonna get their money out of playing the character or getting the character. But, if you want the full experience of buying characters and playing as different characters, I feel like that's a little much.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it right now. So I'm only seeing one pack on Steam for Mortal Kombat 11, and it's called the Combat Pack 1. You get 6 characters for $20, and then every other character is $6. I don't see any other packs. I see skin packs. Oh, just kidding. Oh, wait, no, I lied. Wow, the Aftermath expansion.
Yep, they have an expansion.
3 characters with all of their skins for a good solid $40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nuts. That is insane.
And then you can get the ultimate add-on pack where it comes with 9 skin packs and it looks like 12 characters for a good solid $50. Now, if this was good old T'Challa, the CEO of our company, he would say, psh, give me that plus 5 PS5s. But sadly, it is us little munchkins Yeah, nah, man.
Oh.
I'm just gonna stick to playing basically like little characters, you know. Another thing too, right? So we were playing Valorant today.
Mhm.
How much does it cost to unlock a new character? Unless we're like actually going to grind out and unlock that character, right?
I have honestly no clue. Haven't even
All right,
looked
so
at it.
me neither, right? But
I've
I'm
played one
guessing
character since
I'm
I started.
I'm guessing for the DLC, right, for this new character, I'm thinking it's probably like $5-6 to unlock this character just straight out the gate. Um, and you don't have to pay to unlock it. You can just grind to death to get it.
Yeah, you
Um,
can.
yeah, it's super simple. I don't know why the CEO is telling me you don't have to pay to unlock it. When that's all he really does. He'll download a game and just be like, "Cool, new battle pass just dropped. Let me go all the way to rank, tier 100." Um, boom. I don't even care if it costs 11,000 COD.
Oh shit, he's about to hop in here.
Oh,
Oh, he
ah,
challenged you. Oh
what
no. Uh,
what
yeah, no, I just feel like I just feel like the best thing we can do is literally I feel like the best thing we can do is literally stop paying for trash DLCs and literally like it's not gonna happen. But we literally need to like somehow show them to stop giving us mediocre shit and
well
having us pay $40. Because let's be honest, that's what DLCs and expansions.
so
Expansions can be like 60 if they really wanted to, but DLCs are becoming the norm of being 40.
am I
You know
yeah,
still
what I
muted?
which
mean?
is nuts. So I have a question for you guys. So I was thinking about it.
I got an answer.
If developers came out and said, "Hey, we're going to release this beta for 20, 30, $40,
I feel
would
like
you
it's
guys
discounted.
would you guys play that beta potentially to, roll over into the final product for free?"
Oh
Absolutely
yeah,
not. So here's my biggest thing, right? If we go down into the chat, I can't find it anymore because I can't go down. But I think it was the non-gaming gamer that literally said it helps the developers with the game when we play the beta and we send in our crash bugs, whatever, to them and let them know, hey, the game isn't running smoothly because of X, Y, Z. See, there we go. Bam. Yeah, it was the non-gaming gamer. They can get feedback from us that basically helps them to develop their game. So I honestly think it should be free. And from my knowledge, all betas that I have played have been free. And I have sent up my concerns and all of whatever else I have, said it, whether it was love or hate, doesn't matter. I gave them my feedback, and that's exactly how it should be. Like, what is the game we're all playing right now? Outriders. Excuse me, Outriders. Right? There's a demo for it. We have been checking it out. We've been playing it, and it looks amazing. Now, if they just released a gameplay, whatever for it, would we still consider getting the game?
Honestly, no, I wouldn't. For as open world as I was led to believe it was, I kind of feel like it's limited. In the sense of, I don't necessarily want to say what Anthem was, but I was expecting more of a Anthem open world. And I think it's limited a lot more than what it is. So definitely, I would have been disappointed upon purchase. Granted, everything else within the demo, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty dope. I can get behind this. And I can definitely see myself grinding it out. But if I was just to watch trailers, I'd be like, I'll probably waste my money on it just because I want something to play.
yeah.
And I would have probably been upset with my, decision. I'd been like, man, this is a waste.
What about you, Devs?
Um, for
Take your time.
I probably have to say the same as Miracle. I probably wouldn't get it, just because of some of the things that he said. Like it's not really that open world and whatnot. But me, I from what I've read, they're not gonna have their PvP and whatnot. And I'm usually a big PvPer when it comes to games like that. And
I
like
don't even know how. Honestly, I don't see this game being meshed well into a PvP
No, that's the problem.
world.
It's not going to be. But the thing is that it's one of those games where I know for a fact that I'm going to pick up, play the story mode with a friend of mine or something like that, or just play with some randoms, and then put it down.
No, it. Honestly, it reminds me of when we played the Division of
Yeah.
1R2. You know, we literally play the story. Yeah, we
Mhm.
have fun doing the raids and we have fun doing a little bit of PvP, but you pick it up and you put it down just as easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for those, 1, 2, 3 weeks, maybe, a month, 2 months, but after that, it's like you're not picking it up to go back to it because you know that there's something better
Hmm.
for your play style or for your wants and needs.
Yeah. I think that's my biggest issue is I know I'm gonna pick it up then put it down, and games like that for me it's like it's a waste of money.
Yeah, for sure. Especially
Well,
$70, it's nuts.
that is nuts. That's a lot of money. But that's why I like having demos and beta, so you can check it out and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm willing to drop the money because this game actually looks good and I want to play it." And I mean, I feel like that's what games really are, though. We get into it, we play it down. If we come back to it later on, then we come back to it. There's a lot of
Yeah.
games. There's games that are sitting over there collecting dust right now that I've had for years and years and years. I still have my first PlayStation 4 game that I got with my PlayStation, which was Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. And I still have it, and I haven't touched it since 2013, 2014, whenever the PlayStation 4 came out, because it was that easy and fun of a game that I literally just played it, beat it, and put it down.
Yeah.
But I would like to go back into it, and play it again. Will I do it? Probably not. Was it worth $60? Yeah.
I think it was worth the money when it came out. To me it was a good game.
I need $60 so I can get Outriders. So if you could hook me up, devs, I would appreciate it.
I'll think about it.
All right. Well, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If we're going to turn the time over to the chat, our wonderful chat. So go ahead, ask us any questions you guys have. If you guys even have any ideas, topics for what our next topic should be for next week, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always hit us up in in our Twitters, our Instagrams, whatever you guys want to hit us up at, and we will get to you guys. Also, October 15th of this year is when the Player One Gaming esports company the season will start. It's going to feature Apex, CSGO, Cold War, Valorant, and LOL, aka League of Legends, alongside Rocket League. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good season. Go ahead and check us out. But
I might have
we got a minute
get my
and 30.
Rocket League fingers ready. You know what I'm saying?
I love League. You're such a liar. Nobody loves cancer. Stop it.
No. Me and my boys are gonna participate in this competition in league. You know what I'm saying?
What competition?
Right, Ed?
Go ahead, right here. Go to the Twitter. Oh, my armpits are sweaty. Oh man, it's hot.
Dang.
Nobody saw that. Nobody clip it.
It's clipped. Damn.
Listen, we're also streaming every Saturday, 4:30 Mountain Time. Follow us on Instagram. Sunday. You know what I mean.
Every Sunday. Yep. That's us.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter. Yeah.
On the low.
Thank you again to our sponsor, Anchor. You're amazing. Player One Gaming. You're amazing. Go check out the apparel shop. It's amazing.
Player One Streetwear. I'm rocking a little bit of it.
Stay Harambe.
Stay Harambe. That'd be dope.
That would be dope. Alongside the Player One do-rags. But
damn, that do-rags.
It's never gonna happen.
That'd be tough.
Oh no, we still have 20 seconds. Come on, somebody say something in the chat.
Somebody say something.
Stuff.
I like love League, dang League. Not a true fan.
Love you. Hey,
Chucky.
Love.
What about me? Damn.